Wonderful. Good morning, everybody. I'm Mariam Almehiri, the UAE Minister of Climate Change and Environment. I'm also the COP28 Food Systems Lead, supporting the COP28 presidency. For us, this is a historic COP, especially for food and agriculture. Just to highlight to you some of the milestone moments that we've reached at COP28. On day 2, we announced how many countries endorsed the UAE Declaration for Food Systems, Agriculture and Climate Action. On day 2, we were at 134 endorsements. Today, I'm proud to say we're at 152. And 152 endorsements means what exactly? We're covering 5.9 billion people. We're covering 518 million farmers. 73% of all the food we eat, and 76 or 78% of the greenhouse gas emissions that are coming from the food and ag sector. Getting this declaration on board and getting now 152 endorsements means this is the political will from the countries to ensure that food systems and ag is part of their NDCs, part of the national biodiversity strategies, and part of the national adaptation plans. Now, we didn't stop there. You've seen all the money or all the funding that has been unlocked. I think day 5, $83 billion so far mobilized. $3.1 billion of that going into food and ag systems. And of course, we need to keep pushing the bar. So unlocking finance, getting the political will. And again, we don't stop there. We're looking at the tools that we need to implement. We've been on a great listening tour. We've activated something called the Ambition Loop. That means we've been listening to many, many stakeholders, be it indigenous peoples, farmers, local communities, governments, local governments, and listening and connecting the dots. This has never been done before, and I think this is one of the success recipes of getting so many endorsements today. Yesterday, AIM for Climate reached new goals last year at COP27. I'm not sure if you're aware, AIM for Climate is called the Agriculture Innovation Mission for Climate. This is an initiative we spearheaded with the United States. It was launched at COP26, and now we're 2 years ahead. Last year, we were at $8 billion of committed investments into climate-resilient agriculture. Today, we're at over $17 billion of investment commitments. We also had last year 275 partners. We're now over 600 partners. Last year, we had 27 innovation sprints, and this is basically where partners come together and say, we want to work on a certain topic. They get investments for that, and they move forward. So last year was 27. We're now at 78 innovation sprints. So this is AIM for Climate, moving ahead. Also, as you know, on day 2, I announced the partnership with UAE and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Again, this is a $200 million fund that we've put forward to really put money into the food and ag research and development, but also identifying innovations to scale up these innovations to where they are needed, and also providing technical assistance for low and medium income countries. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, the food here at COP28, very different to the other COPs. We really made it a point to ensure that the food being served here at COP28 is climate-conscious food. We did a workshop with the catering companies, the chefs, the suppliers, and we basically raised their awareness on what their decisions means for food systems. And for them, it was a great learning experience, but also bringing now on the table a lot of vegetarian and vegan choices. I'm sure you've seen a lot of our vegan parks. I've been getting a lot of indications and signals for those who don't eat meat that there's a lot of choice. And so I hope you're enjoying the food here at COP28. And of course, not forgetting, I am of course representing the UAE and all the domestic work we're doing here. We're really pushing the bar on closed environment ag, so these are the CEAs, how we can use these kind of farms to be able to grow a lot of the foods that we grow here in the UAE all year round. It recirculates the water. We've got great facilities such as Botanica, Many of you flew in with Emirates Airlines. The food you ate, the salads you ate were probably from that farm. And then, of course, the likes of like Pure Harvest as well. And last but not least, I'm going to mention Ni'ma. This is our national initiative on reducing food loss and food waste by 50% by at least by maximum 2030. This is an action point that we're really looking at seriously to ramp up the nudging that's needed, the awareness that's needed to ensure that we don't put any edible food into the bin. And I'll leave it there.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for all the great work you've done so far and throughout, and many congratulations. Unfortunately, Her Excellency will need to leave for another important engagement, so we'll open the floor to one question. Please make sure it's relevant to Her Excellency Mariam. Any questions? Take the gentleman in the second row.
Good morning. I'm Joydeep Gupta from the third poll. So you gave numbers of money coming into ag. Yesterday, I heard FAO and CGIAR saying 0.3% of climate finance is going to farmers. So do you have any goal, how much money? You've given the money that's coming in. So how much money do you need? How much money do you plan to raise, and by when?
So it is completely correct that the money going into the food systems and ag is way too little. The numbers that have been mentioned are currently the status, but I believe that COP28 is a turning point for food systems and ag. The political will that we've been able to catalyze throughout these few days, the mobilization of funds, the tools that we've been able to do, I think you're going to see in the next few months huge impacts with money flowing into these areas. And we will make it a point. We actually have a lot of implementation workshops for the declaration also happening these days to ensure that we are trying to force the funds and mobilize those funds to go into those projects. So we hope to be highlighting these in the next few months. Thank you.